Legends of the game, from Broyles of Arkansas.
For decades, the top assistant coaches in college football have come to Little Rock in December in hopes of taking home the most prestigious honor an assistant coach can receive, the Broyles Award, named in honor of the Hall of Fame coach at Arkansas, Frank Broyles.
You kicked the butt of the best football team in America.
Yeah! Finalists have included some of the biggest names in college football: Gus Malzahn, Jimbo Fisher, Chris Peterson, Gary Patterson, Lincoln Riley, and Paul Christ.
How about them Cowboys? Yeah!
Frank Broyles' work in selecting and training assistant coaches is unmatched. Jimmy Johnson, Barry Switzer, Joe Gibbs, Hayden Fry, and Johnny Majors are just some of the 27 coaches who worked under Coach Broyles and later became successful head coaches. The numbers are staggering. His assistants won 6 Super Bowls, 5 college national championships, and more than 40 conference titles.
The ball carrier thinks he's going to make some more yards like that, and so he's going to be a great one.
Coach's incredible legacy extends beyond football. His playbook for Alzheimer's caregivers has impacted millions of people all over the world. And proceeds today go to support the mission of Frank and Barbara Broyles Foundation, supporting caregivers in crisis at no cost. We lost Coach in 2017, but today, the Broyles Foundation is honored to recognize college football's top assistant coaches, chosen from a pool of more than 1,500 coaches nationwide. This is the 2020 Broyles Award presentation.
The Frank and Barbara Broyles Foundation presents the 25th Annual Broyles Award, honoring the top assistant coaches in college football. And now, here are your hosts, KATV's Steve Sullivan and Kyle Deckelbaum.
Good morning and welcome to the 25th Annual Broyles Award presentation. We'd like to welcome our viewers from around the world. It is a privilege for us to partner with the Broyles Foundation to present this prestigious honor each year.
And while we certainly wish we could be together for our annual celebration here in Little Rock, we do want to make sure these outstanding coaches receive the recognition they deserve. Joining us this morning are Molly Arnold, Executive Director of the Broyles Foundation, Betsy Broyles Arnold, co-founder and CEO, and David Basil, the award's creator.
Time now, Kyle, to meet our 5 finalists.
Steve Sarkisian, Offensive Coordinator, Alabama.
You could call Steve Sarkisian the quarterback whisperer. Throughout his brilliant coaching career, Sark has had the Midas touch with QBs. In this season, a 3-star recruit with only 4 career starts entering the season has put up video game-like stats. Under Coach Sarkisian's direction, Mac Jones is the country's most efficient passer. He's also ranked second in passing touchdowns with 32 and yards with 3,739. And the 2020 Tide offense, the most versatile and productive unit in Alabama history. Alabama is averaging an eye-popping 49.7 points and 544 yards a game, all without star receiver Jalen Waddle and playing an all-SEC schedule. And pick your poison. Tailback Najee Harris scored more touchdowns than any other player in the country. And wide receiver Devonta Smith led the nation in receiving yards. Today, a first for one of the brightest offensive minds in the game. Alabama offensive coordinator Steve Sarkisian is a Broyles Award finalist.
Jeff Grimes, Offensive Coordinator, BYU.
This was a fairly standard play in our offense.
Jeff Grimes has orchestrated one of the greatest turnarounds in college football. 3 years ago, Grimes inherited an offense that was ranked 123rd in scoring offense and 118th in total offense. This season, Grimes' Cougar offense is one of the most balanced and effective units in all of college football. BYU averaged 44 points and 525 yards a game. They scored 40 or more points in 9 games. And Grimes' Cougars threw for 332 yards a game and rushed for almost 200. And no team in the country had more first downs than BYU. Jeff Grimes is no stranger to success. He was the offensive line coach during Auburn's national championship run in 2010. And in his 28-year coaching career, Jeff Grimes has worked with the best programs and coaches. Today, the Broyles Award is proud to announce that Brigham Young offensive coordinator Jeff Grimes is a Broyles Award finalist.
Marcus Freeman, Defensive Coordinator, Cincinnati.
Keep your feet pulling. Keep your feet pulling. Get up. Get up.
Marcus Freeman isn't satisfied with his Bearcat defense just playing well. Their goal is to dominate. This season, Freeman's D has excelled in the most disruptive stats. They are ranked second in the country in interceptions, 14th in turnovers forced, and 18th in sacks. Freeman's Cincy defense is sound, second in the country against the pass and 14th against the run. Add it all up, and you have a Bearcat D that is ranked 7th in the nation in scoring defense, allowing only 16 points a game. His D went from very good in 2019 to dominating in 2020. Freeman's recipe for success, recruiting and developing at a very high level. Today, the Broyles Award honors one of the rising defensive coaches in the college game. Marcus Freeman of Cincinnati is a Broyles Award finalist.
Kane Womack, defensive coordinator, Indiana.
Get up! Go, baby! Go, baby! Go, baby!
A year ago, Kane Womack's Hoosier defense was ranked in the top 50 in scoring, total, rush, and pass defense for the first time since 1993. His Indiana defense is even better this season. They lead the nation in red zone defense and interceptions, 17 picks in just 7 games. His Hoosier D has forced at least 1 turnover in the last 15 games, and they get after the quarterback. The Hoosier D is ranked 9th in sacks. They're also strong against the run, 32nd in the country, and 4th down is a good down for the Womack defense. They were 5th in the nation on 4th down. In its shutout of Michigan State, the Spartans never advanced past the Indiana 38-yard line. Kane Womack is now the head coach at South Alabama, but today, the Broyles Award honors him for his work in Indiana. Kane Womack is a Broyles Award finalist.
Mike Hankwitz, defensive coordinator, Northwestern.
Nothing carries over. You got to make your destiny and make your legacy. Let's go.
It's fitting that the final season of his Hall of Fame career is one of Mike Hankwitz's best. The Northwestern D has been downright nasty this season. They have allowed a Big Ten low 15 points a game. The vaunted Buckeye offense managed only 22 points against the Hankwitz D, and no defense in the country was better against the pass than Northwestern. They also excelled in the most important situations. The Wildcat D is ranked 4th nationally in red zone defense. They're 11th in the country on 3rd down and 15th on 4th down. Mike Hankwitz is old school. They call him the Doctor of Fundamentals. The numbers, incredible. 51 years of coaching, 399 wins. He's coached 47 all-conference players and 14 All-Americans. The Broyles Award Committee is proud to name Northwestern defensive coordinator Mike Hankwitz a Broyles Award finalist.
Best of luck to these outstanding finalists. David, Molly, Betsy, you guys take it from here.
Thanks, Kyle. Thanks, Sully. This is one of my favorite times of the year. We've been doing it 25 years. Molly, Betsy. Hard to believe it's been 25 years, but this has been a year like no other.
This has been a year like no other, and for the first time in 25 years, we're not able to have an in-person ceremony, so that's why we're here at KTV.
And we want to thank our sponsors for continuing to support us. It allows us to work with families and provide a game plan that they so desperately need.
Yes.
You know, we do want to thank Jeff Hildebrand for being with us and helping with our sponsors. The fact that the sponsors stuck with us through this tough year is really uplifting, because you guys have an amazing mission, what you're doing. Because the legacy of the Broyles Award is not just the Broyles Award, but it's, as you mentioned, it's helping caregivers of Alzheimer's patients. And what a class it is this year,
Molly.
Class. Outstanding class.
What a class.
A range.
Yes, we've got everything from Coach Hankwitz, who's retiring after 51 years in coaching, and then all the way down to Kane Womack, who's in his mid-30s, and he's now a head coach.
Yeah, it's really difficult. You think about this. We started with 57 nominees.
Most ever.
Most ever. And to be able to get that down to 5 finalists is outstanding. So it's a tremendous honor to be able to get down to just 5.
I don't know how they do it.
Much less to win. But as you see last year, this is the trophy. Joe Brady, he actually has his trophy now. But ladies, without further ado, I think it's time to go ahead and let's announce our winner.
All right.
Hold on 1 second. Are we good to go? All right, we're good to go. All right, let's go. Here we go.
Okay, the winner of the 2020 Broyles Award is Steve Sarkisian, Alabama.
All right, let's see with technology. Can we go to Tuscaloosa, Alabama right there? There he is.
Okay,
Coach, congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thank you, thank you.
Your thoughts on winning the Broyles Award, Coach, right off the bat?
Well, first thoughts are obviously it's an honor anytime you get mentioned with Coach Broyles and the rich tradition and history of this award. Who's a tremendous assistant coach, obviously head coach and athletic director. So first and foremost, I think the second thing with this, anytime awards like this come out at the end of the season, they're really about the team. And I think we've got a great team, obviously led by Coach Saban, the leadership he provides for us. We've got a tremendous coaching staff that has worked extremely hard this year. And then obviously our players. I mean, these guys come to work every day. They're driven, they're focused. And so all in all, I'm a very fortunate guy to be surrounded by the people I am. And I think, again, awards like this are about the team, and I'm honored to receive it on behalf of our program.
Coach, you've been a Power 5 head coach at 2 different schools. You've been an assistant for 15 years, especially with this really unique year with the pandemic. The role of the assistant coach has never been bigger than this year. Just reflect on what it's been like to be an assistant coach this year with all you had to deal with.
Well, it was challenging. If you even go back to the off season, we were meeting on Zoom with our players. Everyone was at home. Coaches were apart. And I thought the leadership from Coach Saban all the way down through allowed us to continue to work. And again, a credit to our players of staying connected. Obviously, this season, we had the first scare with Coach Saban not being able to coach the Georgia game. And then ultimately, him having COVID and not being available for the Iron Bowl against Auburn. So as an assistant coach for me, that definitely was unique, stepping in and filling in those shoes. But, this is what Coach Saban does. He prepares you for those moments. And, I felt prepared and our guys performed.
Well, Coach, you've talked a lot about players and this being a team award. You've got 2 players that are going to be in New York. You must be so proud.
I'm really proud of our players. We've got awesome leadership, especially on the offensive side of the ball, which I'm a part of. From the offensive line, and Landon Dickerson, Alex Leatherwood, Deontay Brown. You look in the backfield, Najee Harris and Mac Jones, and then on the perimeter with Devontae Smith. We've got a lot of veteran leaders on this team. And on the offensive side of the ball. And so, you get things like this. You get 2 players in Mac and Devontae, becoming finalists for the Heisman. Again, those are just cool opportunities for us to celebrate as a team, but it is a tremendous honor for those young men. And I express that to them, and actually Najee Harris, who has already finished 5th in the voting. So to have 3 of the 5 finalists in the Heisman is a great honor for our team.
Got about a minute left, Coach. I have to mention the full circle of the Broyles Award. In 1996, you were a quarterback at BYU under Lavelle Edwards, who was on our selection committee, and Norman Chow was your offensive coordinator. 6 years later, he goes to USC. You're his quarterback coach, and he is the offensive coordinator. He wins the Broyles Award in 2002, and here it is, 25 years of the Broyles Award, and you win it today. Reflect on that connection.
It's pretty amazing. Coach Edwards had such a tremendous impact on me. And then obviously Coach Chow. So to reflect back on that time for me is pretty special. I had a great experience at BYU. And then obviously early in my coaching career, the run we had at USC under Coach Carroll, who's another really good mentor of mine, along with Coach Chow. It's just pretty amazing to think 25 years later, I'm still sitting here, and I'm sitting here with you guys coaching and at a great program like Alabama with Coach Saban.
Well, Coach, we know you have a big game to prepare for this weekend. Good luck in that game, and congratulations again on winning the Broyles.
Congratulations, Coach.
Congratulations.
Thank you all again. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Coach. All right, Molly, Betsy, great job. Yes. And hopefully this time next year for 2021, we'll be having the Broyles Award in person. How about that?
Happy 25th, and cheers to 25 more.
Yes, we'll see you
25 more.
That's right. We'll see you in person at the 2021 Broyles Award.